And hey guys, welcome to Absolver. This is going to be a quick update video about what's kind of going on with the channel, and then another update what's going on with Slow Clap and the future of the game. So today Slow Clap released an open letter to the community addressing a few things that they had taken notice of, and were kind of just letting us know that they weren't abandoning the game, that they were still up, like, working on the game. And the big thing that they've been working on recently is the Xbox One release version of the game. And that's where most of their resources and their time have been dedicated to. Now, Slow Clap isn't a very big company, and this is their first indie game that they're working on all by themselves. So they don't have a lot of resources to spread around. They do work on other games for different companies, but again, Absolver is their first indie game that they've released themselves, and I think that's really cool for a first game. They did a really good job. So a lot of the resources were dedicated to the Xbox One version, which it's now passed certification and will launch very soon. And so the next thing that they addressed is the gameplay patch and the winter update. So although they've focused a lot of efforts on the Xbox version since Downfall, they said that they keep at least one programmer at all time working on improving the core combat of the game. They have identified an important issue, which is some input lag, which is added after a stun. They said that they think they found a fix. So when the winter update is released, gameplay should be more consistent with advantage frames, which is really good. It was very noticeable since the Downfall update. I heard a lot of people complaining about it. I see it a lot on the Discord. And I'm really glad that that's going to be fixed. So another thing that they're hopefully going to be trying to update in the winter update is the issue with manual dodging, and trying to find a solution which is most coherent to the overall game balance. I'm quoting them there. And I think that's really good. A lot of people were complaining, and still do complain, about the manual dodging and how people are just going to use that instead of their school skills, and how it kind of just like lags games on. Actually, in this fight, you can see that this guy manual dodges away a lot. But I think they're trying to come up with something. A lot of the suggestions that I've heard is if someone manual dodges away, put a cooldown on their stamina regen, because that's one of the reasons why a lot of people manual dodge away. That, and to just, dodge. Another one is to say, make it always cost half or a quarter of your stamina every time. And I think that's a pretty good solution too, because right now it costs nothing to just manual dodge away. And that's a really good one. So they did apologize for the update taking so long, but they are looking forward to releasing this winter update very soon. They're hoping early in January sometime. So they made another apology addressing how some of the experienced players were talking about Slow Clap abandoning the game. They're not. They just they got a lot of stuff to work on, so we should cut them some slack, and I think we should, especially for this game being what it is and how many people they have working on it. So again, except for the very cheap DLC, the Adalian Forest Pack, or however you pronounce that, all other updates have been free. Downfall was a big update for free. And one thing they wanted to address was how, after Downfall was updated, a lot of people complained that it was a PvE update and not a PvP update. And I noticed that with the community too, but I also noticed that a lot of those people who complained also complained that there was no PvE content, and that the game was too short and you can only finish it in a couple hours. So it was kind of a lose-lose for them. And I mean, we did get the Phage style and a bunch of new moves, which counts towards PvP, when I think a lot of people really enjoyed that. And they're not really sure where they want to go next, if they want to do another PvE update or a PvP update. Personally, I really hope it's, again, like Downfall, where we can get a new school and some new moves for the PvP side of things. Maybe even a couple new maps to play on, or some updates to certain maps, aka the one that you can just fall off every edge of. That one's awful. But again, add some more PvE content, like a little bit of both. I really liked that. Yeah, they said it's really hard to satisfy everyone, and that's completely understandable. You're never going to be able to make everyone happy. So they wanted to apologize for them being so quiet and not really addressing any of the situations. They've just been really busy, and they don't really have someone dedicated to doing that. They do have a Discord server if you guys want to get a hold of them and voice your complaints and criticisms, and they do take that stuff pretty seriously. They thank everyone for helping them improve, and that they'll be reading over this feedback in the comments here on their open letters on Reddit, by the way, to everyone. But yeah, so I think this open letter is really good. It comes at a time when we're kind of in a drought and we're seeing the game slowly kind of teeter off. I hear a lot of people complaining about there not being enough players online, or them having to wait several minutes to get a match, or just playing the same people over and over again, and there's not really much to do other than the PvP, which is fine with me. That's the whole reason I play this game. But I'm reading through the comments, and a Redditor here by Reevesburger made a really, really good comment. And that is, release a little bit of content every few months or every month. Whether that's a new move for a school or a couple new moves. That could be really good. A way to keep the game fresh. People testing out the moves and seeing if it's good or not. Releasing new weapons or gear every few months. Even if they're just little stuff. Release a new set every month or 2 months. Could be really good. Or what we could do is release new maps every once in a while. That could be really good. Or another way we can keep the game updated is have, like they just did this kind of with the schools, with the school kind of like tournament sort of things, but have a way to have a tournament where a person with the most wins, say, gets some crystals or a special set or a piece of equipment that lets others know that he won. But anyways, guys, I want to hear what you guys have. What are your suggestions? What are your complaints and criticisms about the game? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will link the Reddit post. For my channel update, I will try and release the combat video as soon as I can. My internet's being super laggy, and I apologize for it. And I'll catch you guys again next time. Bye-bye.